latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020. Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and I don't think any complaints from anyone around the area today. Beautiful look at the North Central Washington area, and I believe, is it Chelan, Uriah, or the Columbia River? Beautiful shot either way, and we saw temperatures today in the mid to upper 70s around our area. Keep in mind that 67 is our normal high temperature, but as all things in life, all good things must come to an end, and it might for us by the time we get into this weekend, especially on Sunday. Will be nice weather up until the coming weekend, but then this weekend we have a 20% of a chance of showers, and if you look at our map there, that is at about in the afternoon sometime on Sunday afternoon, so there is a chance for some rain showers here in the Wenatchee area, about a 20% chance, and then things will get nice once again. We'll have all the weather details coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The long-standing issue of parking, or the lack thereof, in the Bavarian tourist mecca of Leavenworth will be in the spotlight at a special meeting tonight. And Chelan County Commissioners report they should have a new set of rules to regulate vacation rental properties by the end of the year. But first, we begin tonight. No word yet on the cause of a two-car accident earlier this afternoon in East Wenatchee. The crash happened around 1 o'clock on Grant Road in front of the Walker's Furniture Store entrance. The accident left one of the cars on its top while the other vehicle came to rest on the opposite side of Grant Road. It also appears there may have been injuries involved. Eastbound traffic was closed at Grant Road and Valley Mall Parkway for a short time, but emergency crews responded quickly to the wreck, which resulted in only minor traffic delays. NCW Life News Director Steve Hare has been following our region's Bitcoin mining gold rush and how it's affecting public power.
Chelan County PUD commissioners were briefed this week on new security measures being implemented to address what they describe as belligerent behavior. It's reported that PUD employees in the field and those in the office who are handling issues related to high-density load service have encountered an increasing number of upset customers and potential customers. Issues include disconnecting power for unauthorized cryptocurrency operations or telling people that new HDL service won't be extended during the application moratorium. In some cases, people can get agitated and argumentative. The district's security chief, Rich Hyatt, explained how it's being addressed.
We've just done a lot of physical security measures recently in our lobby at HQ. We've put in some ballistic panels. We've increased the camera coverage at the service building. We've also designed and going into construction phase for a very small storefront lobby, which at the service building that would give the employees a lot more security without having personnel or customers be able to walk right into their work area. And we're monitoring those areas pretty much. We've trained our security officers to look for negative body language, people who are being agitated. We're doing a lot of walkthroughs when we do see that. We've instructed frontline staff on the use of panic buttons.
Aside from the security concerns, Bitcoin mining issues have also overwhelmed staff in several areas. At their Monday meeting, the commissioners got an overview of the first quarter district performance plan, which showed the impacts that Bitcoin mining response has had on the PUD's original workload plans. Commissioner Ann Congdon responded.
I think I asked 2 weeks ago or maybe a month ago, maybe it was Lindsay Mons, I forget who, I asked if this large load, the large load resource requirements were affecting how much it was affecting everybody's workload. And wow, this demonstrates just exactly how much it's affecting everybody. I mean, it showed up maybe 20 times in here that it's been delayed because of large load work requirements.
Now, all of this is leading up to the PUD Commissioner's next meeting on the 14th, which will include a public hearing on the Bitcoin mining application moratorium. Steve Hare, NCW Live News.
The long-standing issue of parking, or the lack thereof, in the Bavarian town of Leavenworth will be in the spotlight at a special meeting tonight. The city has partnered with the Chamber of Commerce and the Chelan County Port District in commissioning a study, the first of which is now complete. It outlines how parking is currently working, and tonight's discussion will map out possible future strategies for improving the current parking crunch. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. at the Leavenworth Fest Hall. Chelan County Commissioners report they should have a new set of rules to regulate vacation rental properties by the end of the year. Commissioner Doug England says there's been an alarming increase in the number of rentals listed on websites such as VRBO and Airbnb.
That vacation rental issue will be something that we'll be having to deal with. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll have something in place. We have now, by the last count that I heard, close to 600 vacation rentals being listed on the internet, and it can very quickly change a neighborhood. It's a valuable asset for people that want to come into the area, but when they're uncontrolled it makes very, very difficult to keep the type of community that you have set up.
The issues of traffic, noise, and parking are the main drivers of the move towards stricter vacation rental regulations. The problems are countywide, but most of the neighborhood complaints are coming from the Chelan and Leavenworth areas. Coming up next, there's another scam making the rounds in the Wenatchee Valley police want to make you aware of. A Foothills Robotics Club coach received the Mentor of the Year award at the VEX Robotics World Championships in Louisville, Kentucky yesterday. And Wenatchee High School student newspaper, the Apple Leaf, came home nationally ranked after receiving a top 10 finish at a national competition held in San Francisco last month. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Do you have what it takes to succeed at Charter College and in a new career? You do if you're a charter type. Charter types are driven. Charter types are team players. Charter types stay positive when things get tough. Charter College isn't for everyone, but if you're ready to work in order to change your life, you're just our type. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Welcome back. In another news, there's another scam making the rounds in the Wenatchee Valley police want to make you aware of. Recently, a city employee received a call that showed her own phone number on the caller ID. When she answered, the caller claimed to be from her mobile phone service provider. They asked her for her social security number in an obvious scam. If you receive such a call, and there's a good chance you probably already have, just hang up. A quick search online showed that this scam also became common in the fall of 2017 in places all over the country. Well, the Foothills Robotics Club coach Bridget Wiegand received the Mentor of the Year award at the VEX Robotics World Championships in Louisville, Kentucky on Monday, I should say. The award is noteworthy considering over 20,000 teams from 50 countries participated in VEX Robotics worldwide. Wiegand is now the only 6th VEX IQ mentor to be inducted into the STEM Mentor Hall of Fame. Of the 400 middle school teams at the World Championship, Foothills brought 4 teams. One other middle school brought 5 teams. Wenatchee High School student newspaper, the Apple Leaf, came home nationally ranked after receiving a top 10 finish at the National Scholastic Press Association National Student Journalism Convention. That was held in San Francisco last month. Student editors chose the February 7th issue of the newspaper, Big Brother is Watching You, to be submitted to the NSPA Best of Show competition, where it was judged and ranked based on style, writing, and overall quality. It finished 7th out of a pool of publications from across the country in the newspaper tabloid division. The Apple Leaf improved its ranking from the 2017 Seattle Convention, where it received the 10th place award. More info is available online at ncwlife.com. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our features story today. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
My story starts out with, I was addicted to meth for over 25 years, and I decided that's it, that I was no longer ever going to touch the drug ever again. Goodwill was the first place that I came to. The skills that are given to me, I will be able to succeed every day that I'm there. So that gave me the confidence that I can do this job. When you donate to Goodwill, you're helping people just like me. I love my work. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Todd's a great boss. Sometimes he can be a little intense.
Adam, how about a lunchtime run?
I'd love to, Todd, but I got a lot. Oh, Mr. Jones, you made it. I'm glad you can make it. You're really gonna love our lifetime warranty on all new Hondas. Let's walk and talk.
Oh, the running thing? It gets them hustling. I consider myself a great motivator.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy hump day. The Wenatchee Wild had to hang on for dear life to win Game 3 of the Doyle Cup against Spruce Grove last night. Wenatchee held a 4-1 lead late, but the Saints came a-marching, scoring a couple of goals in a flurry. But the Wild held on for a 4-3 victory. To the highlights we go. We couldn't get our checkers, so we're going with the Saints play-by-play guy, Brandon Ewashishin. Video courtesy of Hockey TV.
Hard on it for the Wild. Comes back to Kenny, takes a shot, and the rebound comes free, and they score. Back to Gorley, over to Gainey. Gainey, far side for Sereski. Back door for Austin Parmenter, and he makes no mistake. Lloyd being pressured hard by Van Urgen. Here comes Van Urgen in on the Saints goal. Van Urgen, poke check by Nolan Kent. Is going to be sitting there, and it's going to be put home. Morton back up for Zek. Zek takes the shot, and that goes just wide. Goes off the boards, hits the back of Nolan Kent's skate, and ends up in the net. And Demon's going to settle that down and pass it back to Zaski, who hits Stratton on the right side. Stratton to the middle for Hessler, shoots, and Hessler scores. What a goal from the Wenatchee Wild. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd, far side for Zaretsky, shoots, and he scores! Parker Zaretsky gets the Saints back into it. In front, they score! Nick Lear! What a setup from Chase Olsen. Nick Lear puts it home. 4 seconds left to go in this one. Vanderbeck firing it towards the net. And that will do it here as the Spruce Grove Saints fall 4-3.
Wenatchee's up 3-0 in the best-of-7 series, can clinch the Doyle Cup with a win tonight. They'll drop the puck at 6 o'clock. It was rivalry day, Cross River rivalry day yesterday for Eastmont and Wenatchee to Benton softball and baseball. We had the Wildcats and Panthers from Dan White Field here on the NCW Life channel. Wenatchee took the early lead with a run in the third, but it wouldn't hold up as Eastmont played 2 in the fifth. I had the call right here on the NCW Life channel.
Nolan Dory steps in the right-handed batter's box to face Micah Satterfield. And the first pitch swung on and a well-hit ball deep to left field. It's going to get down in the gap, go all the way to the fence. Rounding first, heading for second is Dory. Nolan's going to coast in there with a stand-up double. Rubash turning to bunt, bunts it back to the mound. Satterfield off, will turn and throw to third. The ball is off the line. Getting up and scampering towards home is Dory, and he will score on the throwing error. Kuski steps in back in the right-handed batter's box. The pitch swung on a chop back over the mound. Shortstop over will drop the ball, and safe at first is Jack Kuski. He'll stay at first. The pitch swung on a fly ball to center. Backing up is TJ Sherding. Still going back. Over his head it goes! Kuski rounding third's going to score on the play. Here comes Schneider into third. Ball going away from the outfield. Here comes the throw home. It's offline, and the run will score, and Eastmont takes a 2-1 lead. Eastmont having won all three of its games last week. The pitch here swung on and chopped off the plate. They're going to say it's a fair ball, and that's the game.
And that was the game. 2-1 the final. Other baseball action on Tuesday. Cashmere nailed down the Caribou Trail League Championship with its 18-1 win over Omak, thanks to a little help from Chelan, downing Okanagan 5-4. Manson topped Pateros 9-8. Other Cross River rivalry game took place at Walla Walla Point Park. Eastmont was at Wenatchee. Both teams looking for the upper tier of the Big Nine, and Grant Olson was joined by Steve Sandman for the call here on the NCW Live channel.
Cox looks in, fires, ball is smacked right up the middle. It's off the shortstop with Shaw. Shavilicek scores. Here comes the runner Strickland. She crosses the plate, and to second base is Michaela Michael as the ball gets away from the catcher. And another hit for the Panthers as Sanford puts one just outside the reach of Kenzie Young. That allows Michaela Michael to score. She takes a smack at it. The left fielder is not going to get there. That's Kat Smith, and that will score Peasley. And the Wildcats on the board now. We've got a 3-1 ball game. Ball singled into left field over the outstretched arms of Michaela Michael. An error in left field by Kat Smith. That will allow Craddock to score. Vauchal scores. 2 runs in, and we are tied up. For the Panthers today, ball's hit on the ground to the shortstop. It's bobbled by Vauchal. All runners safe, and Sanford scores. The pitch from Cox, swung on by Shavilicek, and it's going to drop fair in between first base and right field. That will score another run, and it'll score 2 runs. Heads up base running by Missy Bennett to score from second on that seemingly easy hit out to right field. Peasley 2 walks and reached on an error. There's a base hit through the left side of the infield. That scores Cordell. And we've got a 6-4 ball game as Peasley collects her first hit of the ball game. And she gets a hit right at the right fielder. Does she hold on? Strickland, she did, and that will be the game. And that ball was pounded pretty good by Pythian.
So Wenatchee gets the win 6-4. By the way, we'll have that game tonight here 8 o'clock on the NCW Live channel. Also yesterday, Omak down in Cashmere 9-6. Like Roosevelt, 10-run Waterville, Mansfield 11-1. Eastmont celebrated senior night at Wildcat Stadium last night as the home team wrapped up the regular season against Eisenhower in soccer. Flavio Espinoza scored the hat trick as Eastmont dispatched Ike 7-0. Congrats to the Wildcats on the Big Nine Championship. Other score we had last night, Chelan edging Cascade 3-2. On the tennis courts on Tuesday, Eastmont split with Sunnyside. It was Wenatchee sweeping Moses Lake. Chelan swept Okanagan. That's a look at sports news here on the NCW Live channel. Let's get to our feature of the day.
And reigning over our 99th Apple Blossom Festival, let's give it up for Greta Wiersma.
We're incredibly grateful to live here, and I believe we live in one of the best places in the entire world. So thank you, every single one of you, for the ways that you've loved on us and the ways that you've touched our lives.
Over 400 people filled the Grand Ballroom at the Wenatchee Convention Center today for the All-Service Club Luncheon. It was a chance to recognize honorees, such as Apple Citizen of the Year, Todd Fryover.
And then, of course, thankfulness. Thankfulness mostly for my wife, for my family, for my dad, for the Apple Blossom Festival, Darcy and her group, and whoever this selection committee was, because I guarantee you there's a lot of people that deserve an award like this. So again, thank you very much.
Clyde and Ruth Ballard were also honored as Grand Marshals for this year's To Milk Growers Grand Parade.
You guys really snuck up on us because we were the last people we ever would have thought of to have this honor, and it is a great honor. We look back on our life and God has allowed us to do things that were just totally impossible for us. And it was made possible by the support and love of endless numbers of people. And so to all of you, have a great apple blossom, wave, yell loud, and once again, thank you so very much for this honor. Thank you.
Of course, getting a chance to hear from keynote speaker, former KOMO News anchor Dan Lewis, was a big draw to the apple blossom tradition.
And it did get to be rather known once social media came out. One of the little things that I would post on social media occasionally was that every day at work I would have at 3 o'clock, precisely 3 o'clock, I'm not a creature of habit, really, I would have an apple. It was usually a Granny Smith, very often Red Delicious or Fuji or Honeycrisp, an occasional Opal if I could find one. And it's a habit that I have continued since I retired. Not so much anymore at 3 o'clock every day, but an apple a day. So of the 10 to 12 billion apples harvested in Washington State, I am doing my small part. Driving into Wenatchee, it struck me that I know I've been here many times in the past, but it's been quite some time. This is the great time to come in because as I was driving by all the apple orchards and the flowering trees, I wanted to stop and take photographs. It's a beautiful area, and again, so welcoming. The people here are just spectacular. I also noticed, very easy to notice, traffic is a lot better here than it is back in Seattle.
Lewis will play in the Apple Blossom Golf Tournament tomorrow and says to not be too surprised if we see him on KOMO again in the not too distant future. That's sports and our feature today. Grant will come back with your weather forecast as we continue our Apple Blossom coverage here on the NCW Life channel.
Hi there, my name's Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Time now to take a look at our North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we do that, why not? Let's take another peek outside our weather window. Such a beautiful day today, looking from our Waterville camera. And we are seeing some high clouds out there, and some of you may have noticed some haze as well. There are some prescribed burns going on around the area today. I know a pretty large one in Eniat. We'll have a complete story on that tomorrow, but that is causing some of that haze that we're seeing out there, mainly because not much wind. Our unseasonably warm weather continued today as the jet stream shifted north of the Canadian border, putting central and eastern Washington on the warm side of the jet stream. A lot what we're seeing right now is normally what we see in the first part of summer, and that resulted in warmer temperatures today with highs mainly in the lower to upper 70s around our area. Skies were also sunny and almost calm wind conditions today. Thursday through Friday will also be a quiet weather period under an upper level ridge. Thursday in particular will be a pleasant and mild day with plenty of sunshine and high temperatures around 80 degrees. Friday will be a repeat performance, but with sunshine filtered through increasing high clouds as the next offshore trough approaches the region. Saturday will be slightly cooler as the upper ridge passes off to the east, but we still can expect partly cloudy skies with highs in the upper 70s. Sunday and Sunday night will see the arrival of a weak upper level weather trough, which will bring increased cloudiness. And as I mentioned at the top of the newscast, about a 20% chance of scattered showers. Then another strong ridge of high pressure takes over our weather once again by Monday and through much of next week with mostly sunny skies and high temperatures. Are you ready? In the lower 80s. Let's take a look at that beautiful apple blossom forecast now. And tonight we can expect 52 our overnight low, 80 for our high tomorrow. That will be the warmest day heading into the weekend. A few more clouds on Friday and 77, increasing clouds Saturday and 78, and then a 20% chance of afternoon showers on Sunday and 79. And there are those two beautiful days, Monday and Tuesday, with lows in the lower 80s. Well, Dan Kuntz knows a good sandwich when he sees one, and he found one this week at the Apple Blossom Festival Food Fair at Memorial Park.
It's the Donner House, and a quick heads up, a quick disclaimer, this is my favorite food booth of the festival right here. Joe, is it right? Yeah. How are you, Joe? Good. Tell me the origin of the Donner House sandwich.
That thing is called a doner kebab.
Oh.
That's the national dish of Turkey.
Okay.
But the sandwich was invented in Germany.
Okay.
By Turkish immigrants.
We're gonna go visit Tristan. Right. Watch him make my sandwich. And Tristan, what are we gonna do here, bud?
We're gonna grill up some ciabatta bread, smash it flat, cut it into a pocket before we grill it. We take it, open it up, bring it over here, and then the steak is classic, but the chicken's also popular. It's the long strips like this, comes out, put it in the sandwich, smash it down flat, because you were wanting to sell a sandwich, not a taco.
Right.
Sauce it up.
And we're going to do sauce twice over, right?
Yep,
yeah.
Sauce twice.
Now the pocket is the key because nothing falls out the bottom, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And then feta, traditional classic comes with feta. Translucent onions, smack them right here, breaks them apart.
I love them, by the way.
Yeah, they're
No,
good.
have you got the new album? The translucent onions? Oh, they're good, man.
Tomatoes next, and
Right.
I tend to like the seasoned tomato because everyone likes seasoned tomato. Good heaping dose of lettuce, sauce it up the second time. One more shake of the secret seasoning.
Right.
Spin it around, smash it together, and there's your sandwich.
And there you go. There you go. That's all there is to it. It's the Donner. I'm going to have a bite right now, by the way. And but believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, 25 calories. That's it. Maybe a couple more. Here we go. Oh, baby. Oh, so good.
You got napkins right there. Eat them in.
9.7. 9.7. That's the score. Donner House, check it out. Very popular, and I didn't even need a red ticket. I walked right in the back. You can't do that. Dan Kuntz, NCW Life Channel.
And Dan, don't ever dance again. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
I'm candidate Estella Navarro, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.